Hi, this is Janet, and today we're going to be making a three-dimensional paper ball. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like, it's like this, and it's about the size of a baseball. So to begin with, you will need some tape. You will need something that you can score with. Now this is a pointed bone folder, but something like a ballpoint pen that doesn't have any ink in it, a crochet hook, the end of a paintbrush, a dull butter knife, anything like that will do a nice indentation into your paper. And then of course you'll need a pair of scissors to cut out, and then you'll need the pattern. Now I will link to the patterns below. This one has a pattern on it, like the one I showed you. There is a pattern for a blank version, and then there's also a pattern for one that you can color. And if you want to color it, you'll need to color it before you put the ball together. So you need to stop the video now and download or print out which file you want to use. Now, if you're going to use the blank one or if you're going to use the coloring one, you'll need to take time to decorate those first. There are a variety of ones that have pattern, like the one I have here in front of me. And if you download that, you'll be ready to go. But either way, you need to stop the video and get your template or get your paper ready. Now, I am doing this with just plain copy paper from my printer, something a little bit thicker, like something that feels like an index card or cardstock. If your printer can handle that and you have it at home, that would make for a much nicer piece. But I'm going to do it with just copy paper because that's what most people have at home. So to begin, all you need to do is cut out your template. And at this point, I will probably speed up this process because you don't need to watch me slowly cut out paper. But I will suggest that you cut the ends off first, like so, and then cut the long strips. Alright, so now I'm back with my 3 pieces cut out, and you'll notice that each piece, they're exactly the same. Each piece has 4 curved shapes on them, and I printed out the yellow to show you. They all have that on them, but some of the darker ones will be a little bit harder to see than others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an indentation on that mark, and I'm going to just put some craft foam down below mine because the surface that I'm working on is rather hard. But you could put down a pad of paper, just a stack of paper, anything like that would work. So I just want to draw along those lines so that they will indent. Okay? And once again, I will probably speed up this process after this first one, just so it's easier to move on. And if you are working along with me, you can pause your video and then come back. And as you can see, I'm having a little visitor here in the video. The kitten is down here in the craft room with us. And I'll move her out of the way in just a few minutes. Okay, so I have my 3 pieces cut out, scored, and now I'm ready to fold along those lines. And hopefully we won't get another little visitor here, but if we do, I'll pause and move her out of the way again. So what we want to do with each piece here is you want to fold into the white side, and you're going to fold right along that black line. So that's what that scoring was doing, was to help us gauge where the folds will go. And here we have a little visitor again coming in. Yeah, you need to play with what I'm doing with. You probably can't see her, but she's right off the top edge of the video. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and we're going to do that to all the floor sides and to all 3 pieces. Okay, so I will do this and have Moshi help me, and I will probably speed this up and then come back and show you what the next steps are. Hey. Okay, so I have all 3 of them folded and ready to move on to the next step. So yours should look something like this as well. I'm going to take 2 of them and use my tape with it. And you just need a small piece of tape. And you'll notice on each one, there's a dotted line on one end. And so what we're going to do is just take the opposite side and bring it over to that dotted line. And then we're going to tape it in place. And what that is, it makes a loop that looks like that. Okay, so we're going to do that twice. And you're just going to tape right over that seam. So there's one, and here is the second one. We will be taping the third one as well, just not right away. It'll happen later as we put the piece together. Okay, so there are our 2 pieces. Now what I want to show you next is they're going to insert inside each other. And what you want to have happen is you want it to be like this when you put them together, so that a flat side is against a curved side. So I'm going to smush this and stick it in here like so. Okay, so I've got, I'll take it out and show you again. Okay, so I'm going to take that flat side, okay, and slip it in like so. All right, and this is what it looks like right now. It is not very stable like this. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is take the third piece, and we want to kind of flatten it out a little bit so it will fit. All right, and the next thing we want to do is we want the pinched insides like this to end up covering the flat side here, but we're going to go into the channels here. So it goes over this and then in and under here. Okay, so once again, over this and in and under this piece. All right, and you can see that this one popped up a little bit. Turn it so you can see it popped up a little bit, so I need to slide that back down. Okay, so I can flip to the other side, and this piece is going to tuck under this piece. Now notice I'm moving the paper and bending it a little bit, not with a crease, but just manipulating it to get it to fit into that space. So let me show you what that looks like from all sides so you get a sense of what's happening. Okay, at this point, now that we have fed it through here, and you can see this one kind of flattened out here, so I'm going to pinch that back into place a little bit. We're going to now tape these together. Now you'll notice that we have flat on flat side here. Once it's taped, we'll be able to roll it into place. So I'm going to bring in my tape one more time. One more piece of tape. Tape this side together, all right? And all the taped pieces are going to be hiding underneath. So you'll see it. I'll start to pull here on this side, which makes it tight over here. All right, so it pulled here to make it tight over here, and then I want to pull the excess here. All right, and I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm going to pull this around and pull this here. So now you can see that my curves are now exposed on the outside. All right. The other thing that we want to look at are these points right here, where all three pieces join together. If they are the point of each of the curves, then it's in the right place. So now I'm just going to pinch this paper, collapse in. Okay, remember I said those points together, so I'm going to tighten this one up just a little bit because it wasn't, you can see the excess here, so I'm going to pull from the other side to tighten that up a little bit. Okay, and it looks like I've got my fold off just a little bit on this side. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to pull that tight so I can push in the other side. Now to do this other side, you may want to, put your thumb in here and push down on the rest of the pieces a little bit so that you have access to these curves. So actually my thumb is kind of pushing up on that surface while I'm pushing down on the curve. Sorry about that, I just got scratched by a cat. Alright, so same on the other side here. Alright, so then all we have to do is clean up the location of those little sides there. And you can do that even by just pulling on the opposite centers. Just make sure you're all adjusted where you want it. And that makes the piece. So, and like I said, it's about the size of a baseball. So you can see that this one is similar to this one, which is similar to this one. And these are all patterns available on the website, and I will place those links below. And then this one, which I did not color ahead of time, but you can color it, and it did get squashed a little bit, so it looks a little awkward here. But it could be colored and put together in any color combination that you would like. So there they are. You just made a three-dimensional ball out of a flat sheet of paper. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it. And if you do, send me a picture. Link to it on my blog or on Facebook. And I'd love to see how yours turned out.